Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the Flagler Weather Update. Today is let's see here. It is the 8th of November, 2025, and this is a look at your weather for the week ahead. We're going to talk about the cold outbreak that's coming, and how cold is the air going to get, and what's it going to feel like around here come Tuesday morning. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the space debris that was spotted this morning, and we're going to take a quick look at the tropics, too. So thank you for joining us. This is Satellite View, and we do have we have a cold front coming. You see some cloud associated with it there, and some thunderstorms out here in the Gulf of Mexico. And there's going to be a very low potential for thunderstorms tomorrow. So let's get into things here. First, let's talk tropics. Right now, nothing going on out there of any concern for the next 7 days. Looking at the long range forecast, there is no risk of tropical development at least through the 25th of November. Keep in mind that this update can change, and hurricane season ends in the end of November here. So, this can be updated. We've seen some models try to spin something up in the Caribbean Sea here, but right now the official word from the Climate Prediction Center is that we're not expecting tropical development for any time in the near or foreseeable future. So there are some significant changes coming, so let's go ahead and talk about that. So we're looking at the risk of isolated hit or miss thunderstorms this weekend. Some of those could be strong. There's also a possibility of some dense fog, especially overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Then we're going to see some breezy conditions. That's going to make for hazardous boating conditions for the offshore waters Sunday evening through Tuesday. Gale warnings may be needed for the coastal waters Monday night. Elevated fire danger can be expected Monday, Tuesday because of that drier air out there. Wind chill values of 20 to 25 degrees are likely. Now, we're going to get more into the details of that when we get into this. That's Tuesday morning. So some freezes are likely to areas more north and west of us. So, again, we will talk about that and get some more details in a little bit. So there is potential for strong thunderstorms Sunday afternoon. Now, anywhere in this dark green area is a risk of picking up a severe thunderstorm with winds over 58 miles per hour. Any of those would be very few and far between. So most places will likely stay dry on Sunday, but if any storms do develop, they will have the potential to be strong or severe. So just keep that in mind if you have activities tomorrow. There's the possibility of the odd storm that's going to have a bit of a punch to it. Again, most locations staying dry. Storms would be very few and far between, but any that do develop will have the potential of squally winds up to 50 miles an hour, lightning strikes, and heavy downpours. I would not be surprised to see a few hail reports too. But again, there'll be very few and far between, so it'll be very well may stay dry. Looking at, we're going from basically record warmth to record cold. We'll get more into the details of that. But we're looking at high temperatures in the 80s through Sunday, and then our high temperatures are then in the 70s Monday, and then in the 50s on Tuesday, and low temperatures down into the lower 40s, even some upper 30s. Like I said, hang in there. We're going to get right to that in a little bit. So cold wind chills. Wind chill numbers could be down to 29 degrees on Tuesday morning. So if you're going out to the Veterans Parade on Tuesday, make sure you bundle up for it. So let's get into the details of that. Let's get into some closer details on all of that. And this is due to a cold front that will be passing through. So for tonight, we're looking at low temperatures, generally in the 60s, about average for this time of year, maybe a little bit warmer than that. And then as we get into tomorrow, high temperatures, generally lower 80s across the board, 81 Palm Coast, 79 Beaches, 82 Espanola, Bunnell, DuPont, 82 Andalusia, 82 Daytona North, Mondex, 82 Cody's Corner. So that's Sunday. And then as we get into, jumped a little bit ahead here, Monday morning after the front goes by, lows in the 50s. So starting to cool off a little bit. But as we get into Monday, these are the high temperatures that are expected, mid-60s. With that being said, these high temperatures may occur in the morning, and temperatures will probably start to fall in the afternoon. So we may peak around 65 degrees, maybe in the middle part of the day or so, and then those temperatures are going to start falling as that colder air begins to spill into the region, especially in the afternoon and evening. So don't expect the warmest temperatures to be in the afternoon, and breezy conditions will also be developing. So look at this. This is Tuesday morning. This is not wind chills. This is actual low temperatures. So right now we're looking at, and these numbers have been steadily coming down with each forecast cycle. So looking at a low temperature of 36 degrees in Palm Coast, 41 at the beaches, 41 Marineland, 35 Bunnell, 34 Espanola. We are going to be flirting with freezing out here in Daytona North, Mondex, Andalusia, 33, 34 Cody's Corner. So it's going to be quite brisk and chilly as we get to Tuesday morning. So it's also going to be breezy. We'll talk about wind chills in just a little bit. Highs Tuesday will struggle to get into the 50s with temperatures just getting into the upper 50s, maybe mid 50s. It is definitely going to be notably cooler, much cooler than it's been as of late. And you are going to feel it out there. Now, as we go through the rest of the week, though, we're back into the 60s on Wednesday, so temperatures start to rebound. We're back into the 70s by Thursday, with lows down into the 50s, 40s by Friday morning. By Friday, we're looking at temperatures mid-70s or so, and then we're looking at lows in the 50s as we roll into the weekend. So things will be warming up after this cold snap. But again, just to remind folks that these are the low temperatures. Tuesday morning, mid-30s for a good bunch of us, maybe hanging on to 40 at the beaches. But for the rest of us, mid to upper 30s. Let's talk about wind chills, because that's going to be a factor. So no notable wind chills until we get into Tuesday morning. Now, wind chills here. Whoops, sorry about that. Tuesday morning, we're looking at wind chills, 26 degrees in Espanola, 26 in Bunnell, 26 DuPont, 26 Palm Coast, 31 Flagler Beach, Beverly Beach, 30, 31 Marineland, 27 Andalusia. So mid-20s wind chills can be expected Tuesday morning. Again, bundle up if you're going to be outside, because those wind chills will cut through you. And our organization, Flagler County Assist, will be helping with the Veterans Parade, and it's going to be quite chilly that morning. So, yes, but when we get to Wednesday morning, wind chills in the upper 30s to their 40, and then we break out of it into the rest of the week. So, again, Tuesday morning, wind chills in the mid-20s. Just be aware of that as well. How about rain chances? Let's talk about that right now. And we've actually talked about the severe weather risk. For tonight, basically a 14% chance of the odd shower. And then tomorrow, we're looking at about a 20% chance of a shower or thunderstorm. Remember what I said, they're going to be very few and far between. But what does develop could potentially be a little strong. So just be aware of that. Rest of the week, we stay dry. Rainfall amounts, maybe a quarter of an inch. But if we get, one good storm, we could see some isolated amounts higher than that. So, yes, colder air is on the way and a big change is coming, and you are going to notice it. So, taking a look at some models here real quick as far as where are the storms going to fire up. So, this is the North American Mesoscale, and we see some activity kind of skirting through right around 11 o'clock tomorrow morning, and then we see some more trying to get in here maybe about 3 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning on November 10th as that front comes through. So, that's what the North American Mesoscale is telling us. The WRF model, does it go out that far? Yes, indeed. And let's take a look at that into November 9th. And you see some showers and storms starting to come in, mostly up in Georgia. And they try to get through here right around 10 o'clock at night. So, so there's some potential there. But again, any storms will be very few and far between. There won't be a lot of them. And we very well could stay dry. And look at this model run here. This one misses us altogether. So, if you're going to be out and about tomorrow, though, just be aware of that chance. So, if you don't like the cold air, how long is it going to hang on to us? So, as we go into the middle part of November 14 to November 18, we're looking at temperatures coming up, looking for above average temperatures for us and looking for below average precipitation. So, it looks to warm up and dry out a little bit. Going further into the future, we're looking at, this takes us to November 22nd, looking for temperatures to be climbing to perhaps well above normal by then, and precipitation chances, if I can get it to go, about equal chances of above or below normal precipitation. So, folks, that's going to wrap things up for right now. Again, in summary, very slight risk of a shower or storm tomorrow, mostly staying dry. But if any of those do get going, they could be strong. And then notably cooler Monday into Tuesday, especially Tuesday morning. We're looking at lows in the 30s and wind chills in the 20s. So just be aware of that. So that's going to wrap things up. Thank you for watching. If you missed it, you can rewind. You can rewind at any time. We'll also be putting a link up to our YouTube channel. Also, you can find us on TikTok. This will be up on TikTok. Just search for Flagler Weather Info. And again, we said I was going to talk about it. So we did see that space debris that came through this morning. What was that? Well, reliable data tells us that it was a spent Chinese rocket booster. And a bunch of space enthusiasts were actually monitoring it. And it re-entered the atmosphere someplace over Tennessee. It was seen from Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, right over us, over Titusville, and out of southern Florida, they saw it. Down in the Keys, they saw it, and went towards the Bahamas. So if there was anything that fell into the ocean, it was likely down in here someplace because it was going off to the southeast. So, but that's what that was. It was very likely a Chinese rocket that was that we saw breaking up that was launched in 2019. So, all right, everybody have a great day. And again, if you're just coming in late, you can rewatch this by rewinding, or you can go to our YouTube or TikTok channels. Bye-bye now.